Hello, everybody. Jack Olmsted, Port Townsend Pickleball, and this is kind of a test for me to see if I can upload drill videos to my YouTube channel. I live in Port Townsend, Washington, and we have very poor internet access. 0.8 megabits per second is what my speed is. For me to upload a 20-minute video could take 12 hours. That's if nobody else is on the I'm sharing bandwidth with anybody. I'll go to bed, I hit the button, I wake up 8 hours later, and it's still uploading. Sometimes there are issues and the upload stops. Then I have to redo it. So I was thinking, what if I just do a live stream and I can go through sessions? The only problem with doing live streams is you're not going to be able to hear the sound. You're just going to hear the sound of my voice or music. I could put music over this actually later. So anyway, this is a test of a muscle memory drill session that Kenny Wong, he is in the blue shirt over here, and me, I am in this black hat, and I'm playing with this A11N Sports paddle from China. And we have just finished doing our forehand dink session that went about 40 minutes. We have not played in probably a week and a half together, so this is our first time, and up until this point we try to play 2 times a week, and we probably had about 6 sessions. So kind of rusty and kind of feeling each other out. We had just gone through a forehand dink session, which means you wait for the ball to hit the ground before you hit it. And now this is a forehand volley session for Kenny and I. Let me see if I can get this puppy started. And it is right here. There we go. So because you can't hear, I'm going to turn off the sound, because in the squash / racquetball court, big echo. We can't really talk to each other because of the echo, and it's pretty loud. So in my mind, the idea of this session is to try to hit the ball over the net as much as possible, not trying to go fast, not trying to win a point, not try to get your partner off balance, but to just hit the ball over the net to your partner, to his paddle, and work on form. I'm a stickler for, what do you do with your non-dominant arm? For me, it's the left arm, and I want to use my non-dominant arm in the stroke. I don't want it to just come from my shoulder. I want my left arm to be involved. You can see that we put our stuff in the back of the court. This here's the door. There's some windows at the camera actually up here. You can watch us from in the front office. So for me, I'm trying to watch the ball as closely as possible, get into position to hit the volley back as quickly as possible, get into a ready position. What's going on here? I should be able to go forward. What's nice about playing in this court, a squash court, is you don't have to chase balls. You can just keep hitting balls over and over again. So my idea is just to hit the ball. This net, by the way, was made by Kenny, and we have some strips, plastic strips down on the court that gives us an idea of the sidelines. And this is the non-volley zone line. When the ball hits on those lines, it deadens the ball, or it makes the ball go at an angle. But this is practice, and this is all about watching the ball. The idea, again, here is to keep the ball as low over the net as possible. Just get into a rhythm, and it's all about consistency. You just want to try to work on consistency and get that feel for the ball. And this is a volley, forehand volleys. That's all we're doing. Kenny tends to speed up the exchange, and I try to slow it down a bit if I can. Sometimes I also get in the groove and try to match his aggression or his speed. What we're trying to do is just relax, let the ball come to you, and just hit it back. Just let it hit your paddle. Nice, smooth stroke. Bend your knees. See how I start the ball? Try to get underneath the ball and just hit it. Just try to be as relaxed as possible. Just breathe, watch the ball, and hit. Let the ball come to you and just push it back. And the idea is just to get it as close to the net as possible. Work on your reaction time. And the biomechanics of your stroke. That's why I videotape these sessions, is so that I can watch it back and see what I'm doing wrong. So what am I doing wrong? I just don't think my left arm is really engaged. There you go. I got it moving. But at this point, I'd like to see my non-dominant arm, my left arm, be a little bit more engaged here with the stroke. Regarding grip pressure, I try to hold the paddle fairly loose with 2 fingers up by the throat of the paddle. And then I just let the butt of the paddle rest on my hand. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see, I should be able to go fast forward there. Whoops. And Kenny's got a nice stroke. Very smooth. He's fairly relaxed, but there are times when he just wants to speed it up. The idea is this drill is to slow down, relax, watch the ball, just hit the ball over the net as many times as possible. And this is a cooperative drill, trying to help your partner hit the ball back to you. Again, I'm using this Chinese paddle from A1 Sports, and it's a conventional paddle, and Kenny is using a poach. I forget who makes the poach. Selkirk poach, or maybe it's Engage. Maybe it's Engage. Poach used to be a paddle company, and they made poach paddles. And I don't remember if this is the case, Engage picked up poached paddles, which was started in the Villages in Florida. And Engage is located in Florida. And Kenny made this net that you see. It's a 10-foot net, 34 inches high. And he made it with materials he found around his house. So it's basically a free net, and he sets it up and breaks it down. It takes a couple of minutes. Very light. Okay, come on. And the ball we're using during the session is the Fuse 2 ball that was used at the International Indoor Pickleball Championships the weekend prior to this session, which was, I think, April 1st. I could do this. I like doing this for about a half hour, 40 minutes. I have tennis elbow, and what I'm trying to do is just let the ball come down and hit my paddle and just come up on the ball. I don't want to hit it really hard. The idea is that we can do this for 10 minutes without hitting the net or hitting it out. Oops, let's see. There we go. Looks like I'm trying to put a little top spin on it. Not a lot, just a little, just kind of playing around with the ball. Coming off my paddle. Yeah, my left arm just kind of dangling there. There, that's more engage. There we go. So the idea is that we are working on muscle memory so that when you are in a game, you'll be able to feel the ball better and you'll just react as you did during the drill. And it really gets your hand-eye coordination more acute. Important when you're in a fast shootout at the non-volley zone. Just trying to get the ball going right over the net, just like that. Yeah, I was trying to put some top spin on it. Which is something I shouldn't be doing since we hadn't been hitting for a while. Should just be focused on trying to hit the ball over the net. Just hitting the ball. Don't get too fancy. Get into the rhythm. Here I am. There I'm putting my arm out. So this is one video. Let me get another one from the session. Files. Okay, that was the first one, and this is the second one. We'll get this here. This is a backhand drill. Dink drill. Backhand dink. What we do is forehand dink, forehand volley, backhand dink, and then backhand volley. And then for about half an hour at the end of our session, we play out points, and it can be forehand dink, backhand dink, or forehand backhand volleys. And we tend to play out a point from the non-volley zone. But again, this is just to watch the ball hit my paddle. I like this paddle from A1 because of the color. It's nice and bright, and when I look down to see the ball, I see that really bright green. that fluorescent green, and it catches my eye, and it's like, oh, I'm looking at my paddle. I'm looking at my paddle. I'm looking at my paddle. I'm looking at the ball, hit my paddle. I'm looking at the ball, hit my paddle. So just trying to get that repetition up, or build up that repetition where I'm watching the ball hit the paddle, watching the ball hit the paddle, bending my knees and letting my weight hit the ball. Focused on the kinetic chain. Kinetic chain starts from your feet and your legs, and you're just moving your weight from your back foot to your front foot. Just get into nice, smooth. You can see my face here. See here, my eyes, like right there. I am watching the ball, and I keep my head down. Let me see if we can do it. I'm not watching the ball go over. I'm watching the. I know where the net is. I'm just hitting the ball. I'm watching the ball hit my paddle, or watching the ball hit the paddle. Not trying to see where it goes. I know where it's going. Almost had it. Oops. Gotta collect balls. Here we go. So we'll do this for 20 minutes, half an hour. Depends on what our time is. Sometimes we get carried away. I don't wear a watch. Kenny is wearing a watch. And if we do these sessions consistently, the idea is that, we'll have a structure to them. So it'll be 20 minutes of this, 20 minutes of that, 20 minutes of this, 20 minutes of that. And we'll add new things that we might want to work on. But this is all about muscle memory. Getting your muscles to be engaged and just react when the ball comes your way. Just act in the same way. You've seen the ball thousands of times. Here it comes. You just hit it back. Yeah, look at that left arm. Not engaged in the stroke. So when I go back to the sessions, I'll hopefully remember these videos, and I'll try to be aware of getting my arm, my non-dominant arm, involved in the stroke. And then I'll say, hey, look at that. I've got my left arm involved in the stroke. And then something, time goes on, and boom, I forget. I focus on something else. That's why it's critical to get your muscle memory together so you don't have to think about it. It just comes natural. Just comes natural. Okay, let me see. Still doing this. I'm going to try to. We're chatting. Talk. Okay, now this is backhand volleys. It's good. Backhand volleys. Now I find hitting backhand volleys and backhand dinks to be easier than forehands for some reason. So I tend to practice my forehands more than my backhands. When I say hands, it's the dinks and the volleys. Again, this is a cooperative drill. Just trying to get the ball on Kenny's paddle for a backhand volley. And keep the pace consistent. The idea is if you can do that for 10 minutes consistently, then you can speed up the pace. But you got to get to a point where you can do this consistently at a slow pace. Oh, that's the end of this clip, and that goes into something else. Okay, it's only like two minutes of the same drill. All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see if this is going to look and sound good. My name is Jack Olmsted, Port Townsend Pickleball. Come visit me over on Port Townsend Pickleball Facebook page. I'll put a link in the description below. Subscribe to this channel, and you'll be able to know when I post more real exciting drilling videos in racquetball courts. All right. Oh, I got to get back to here. Really? All I've been looking at is my Adam's apple. What the heck? Something must have happened that got it out of. Wait a minute here. Boom, 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 share. Well, that's why this is a test. Bummer. Okay. Stop broadcast.